Yes. Morning. Hey guys, I believe we are on YouTube and you start this immersion is about rejection in lessons for personal growth. That's it. I start with Iago. Iago, can you answer the first question, please?
Okay, have you ever applied for a job or something you really wanted and didn't get it? What was that like? That's the story of my life since I went back to LinkedIn basically 2 years ago. Because I'm working now, but I'm already searching for other things. So I'm always applying for something and getting negative feedbacks. And I don't know. And yeah, basically that. I think that I got like only 2 or 3 interviews in this time, and that's it.
Okay, thank you, Iago. And you, Jairo?
Um, yes, in my case, so as Iago said, that's very common to, I believe, for everyone. Once you try to apply for a job, for example, probably you're gonna get more no's than yes, right? So that's how life it is. So we need we need to earlier understand how to deal with those negatives, informations, negatives answers. And with me it's not different. So I received a lot of no's when I was applying to job interviews, to job in general. um, and especially for a few companies which I was very interested and very excited to be part of them, to work to them. The word no, you will not move forward in the process, etc. Seems more difficult to digest, but that's it.
Okay, Jairo, thank you. And Catherine?
Yeah, the same for me. I don't feel well when I'm rejected in a vacancy, but yeah, it's the life, you know. It's very bad because when you are studying, usually I do a lot of course to have a good resume. I think is that right? Good resume. And when I go to the interview, I go like, yeah, I have a good resume. Everything will be okay. There is no chance to reject me, you know? I'm the best. And I find out like, oh, I'm not the best. Okay. But so yeah, it's not so good the feeling, but yeah, it's the life. So
Terrible. And you, Luis? What about you?
Yes, every week I have a no for when I look for jobs, but it's part of the process, you know, because I like to see for on the positive side because we can realize where we can improve our skills, you know. So every chance to when you when you have a feedback from the recruiter is it's a good thing, uh, mesmo sendo não, sabe?
yeah, I'm just want to add at this point because sometimes I didn't receive the feedback, you know, and you feel like what I did it in the wrong way, what I have to improve because you don't receive this, you didn't receive this feedback, so it's very complicated. And I know there is a lot of companies that don't send feedback, so it's very cruel, you know. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. When we don't receive any feedback, we don't know what happened or how to grow it up for the next process. Um, is terrible. I think that it's kind of disrespect for with candidate. Um, I dislike this feeling. Talking about myself, about me, I have a process, many process that I was rejected, but was one that I was excited to get this position. And I think until now, I think, oh my God, if I get this process, maybe change my life um, uh, 108 degrees because it was so amazing. And I was in third part. I'm in three parts of process. I wasn't in the final. I feel that I was sabotaged in my dynamic group because I passed for many interviews, but had one dynamic group, and I feel that my team don't engage it to be to do the best. And this time I was cut. But like you said, Katerina, I don't receive it any feedback, and to me was terrible because I wanted for more for some months the answers for company, and that's it. But it's part of process.
I
We
think it's like a ghost, you know?
Yeah, that's like it's terrible. Yeah, sometimes I I go sleep in thinking about this company. Yeah. But I know many times in my career I was served the nose, and you need to learn with that. Yeah. I would like to know your opinion, Juliano. Can you share with us?
Of course, everything that you guys said happened a lot of me too, a lot. I think nowadays maybe it are happen more because I look for internship, and internship it happens a lot of long process, dynamic things like that. And sometimes you need to wait 3 months to finish the process internship, and you receive a bad result, a bad answer, and a lot of times uh, I don't receive nothing, so it's very crazy. And or sometimes when I receive is some automatic emails, so it's the same answer for everybody, you know and of this everything is very bad, but I am not trying get used to, but I am trying understand that this is normal, and this process of internship and other jobs, it can happen a lot, but like Catherine said before, sometimes you are studying a lot, trying and do a good perfect resume, to get a new job, a new opportunity, and sometimes you don't receive a answer, or you think that you was very good in the interview, but you don't wasn't, so it's very strange sometimes, but it happens, it's the normal.
Terrible. Uh, that's it, guys. It's part of process. Okay, let's see the second question. When things don't go your way, are you the type of person who analyzes what happened, or do you prefer to move on? Guys, I analysis every time the things that I do is kind of problem that I have because when the things go wrong, I try to punish myself with that. I know that's not good, but it happened with me. At but I try to understand that the company sometimes are the things that we want have one on only opportunity, one only position to be filled, and maybe the other person was better than you, and I need to accept this, or maybe I'm not prepared for this position. But I feel sometimes depressed with that. It's not good to me. I go. I need to go to move on, but I just like this feeling. I, I I don't know the words in English. I feel like some foster. So I go to foster, and that's it, guys. Is it's not is the part of the thing that I need to work with my feelings. Yeah. I would like to know your opinion, Iago.
I think that for me it's the same, but I'm trying not to care too much, not in the way that I don't care at all, but in a way to not put the fault only in myself, because I know that it's a lot of things involved. It's not only my how I went in an interview or developing a study case, something like that for the job. Now when I got an interview, when I got feedback, I only take in consideration constructive feedback and try to understand what I can do better. If the person doesn't give me any constructive feedback, it's just a no, I'm okay with that, because okay, if you can say what I can improve, I really appreciate it. But if you don't, okay. I try not to put the photo on myself, because that's hard. That's something that, as you say, it's not good. It's not a good thing to do, because not every time we understand what went wrong. Sometimes not even anything went wrong, but something in the middle of the way happened. But that's the kind of thing that happened. But now I try to move on fast when that happens, and okay, that happens, that's part of the process, and that's it.
Thank you, Iago. Luis, can you answer that?
Yes, I am the type of person who analyze. When I like to analyze because it's the only way that I can improve in a situation. But I don't. I like Iago said before. I try not to care too much and move on, because you can waste your time, think too much. You can spend your time improve your skills.
Yeah, that's it, guys. Good advice. And you, Jairo?
Um, I try to analyze the circumstances, what happened, but sometimes I feel that I shouldn't analyze specifically what just happened, because I saw many times in my previous company things happen like, we will not hire someone because he or she is overqualified, too many information, and we don't need this kind of person, this kind of professional, etc. So sometimes I prefer understand that, all right, that's not my position and that's it, because I tend to go in a loop thinking many things, and instead of get something good, some experience, I start to get in this kind of loop, thinking in many possibilities and no conclusions, you know. So I try to analyze, but I'm very aware that in my mind works against me when I when I try to analyze things related to interviews. In general, I tend to think that I was very good, and for some reason, something that I said it was wrong or something like that. But most of the time, my experience says that it's not really related to what you said, but it's more related to what the company needs. You know, not necessarily it's not necessarily you, but it's more related to company needs than you and yourself.
That's it, Jairo. Sometimes the control, the decision is not in your hands. We think many times that, oh, what happened, what I did, but don't depend of your decision about your decision. That's it. You are talking. I remember that I worked for one company that I was everything was good, but the manager changed it. The company changed the manager. The manager changed all
Mm.
the team. Yeah, because compatibility. The new managers was trying to work different and change a lot, change everybody. Was out of my control, and that's it. Happened. Was the decision? The company agreed with that, and is it was impossible to me doing anything. Uh, Catherine, and you?
Yeah, I totally agree with Jairo. Sometimes not our control. So it's complicated because, at least for me, I blame myself a lot, like what I have to improve, what I do what I do in what I what mistake that I did. So it's complicated, and I'm kind of the person that analyze a lot, every step that I take, I analyze. But I don't spend a lot of time doing that because there is a lot of opportunities, and I think if I be strong in the same situation, just analyze and be sorry for that, I can enjoy the other opportunities. So,
Yeah. It's difficult. And Juliano, what's your opinion on this question?
About me, I think I'm a type of person that don't analyze a lot, you know. Sometimes when something happened bad to me, sometimes I already know that what I did wrong, you know. So sometimes I didn't study enough to, for example, a test for the college or other thing like that. So sometimes I already know. And sometimes I work hard, study a lot, and I don't get a good result, you know. And it happens, you know. Sometimes you can do everything, you know, and you can't control everything. The key here, I think that's it, you know. Sometimes you can give your best, but the result can be a bad result, you know, or good result. Sometimes don't need to have a question, you know. Sometimes it just happen. I I try to understand it, but it's hard a lot of times. But it's the life, you know. Is that's it.
That's it. That's it. We need to go and move on. The second question is more personal, I believe. The third question, okay. Uh, can you read for us an answer, Jairo?
Sure. Have you ever had a situation where you thought things were going well with someone, but then they just kind of stop it how did you react? I don't remember like a specific situation, but I can think and try to put myself on these kind of situations, and I would say that I probably would feel that a little bit frustrated, but it depends on how it was handled. For example, if someone's called me or even at least send an email, let's say that we are talking about job opportunity. Someone send an email, at least one mail, say, "Oh, Jaro, we are very happy with our interviews," or something like that. But for different reasons, we gonna close the positions for management reasons or anything like that. That's fine. But then just saying to me that I'm not I wasn't the person chosen to this position or something like that. So then I think it wouldn't be nice from the company. So I would feel like very frustrated, I would say. Yeah.
Thank you, Jairo. Catherine, can you answer that?
Well, actually, I think I didn't get it, the question. So the question is about the relationship with someone.
Maybe.
Can be.
Can be.
Okay. Okay, so yeah, I already had some situation that I mean I was in a good relationship with some colleague, and in the end suddenly this relationship, stopped, and I didn't know what happened. So normally I tried to talk with this person, but yeah, I don't know. I'm a girl, so sometimes I think there is some gossips, in the girls group. So maybe this can uh, that a good thing, in the workplace. But normally I try to talk, so just that.
Yeah. I believe I ghosted when I was teenager. I ghosted. Iago, writing here about the ghosting. Yeah, sometimes I had a contact with one girl, and I don't know what happened. The conversation stopped, our contact, and we don't meet anymore. Um, and I received this one time too. It's not good when it happened with us. When we are talking and try to get together, and after some days we don't talk anymore, and you don't know what happened. If you did something wrong, happened with me is not good. This sensation, and I believe it's kind of karma because I did this with one person. I regret uh, about this, and I received the same coin in the future, and, and that is not good for me. It's kind of lesson, and that's it. The things happen, and we need to learn with the life. Uh, what about you, Luis?
Well, it's very hard to answer because I'm not the guy who create a lot of big expectations about the situation as a in the job environment or in my personal relationships. And if a person don't want to talk to me anymore, okay. I I try not to care too much as well, but it's part of life, and you know, in a job environment it's part of life. But I try not to think too much about this, and I always like to try to move on. Always move on because I don't like to look in the past. And yes, you learn about with your mistakes, but I don't like it to try a lot of times. If it was new possibility, this kind of things, I don't like to think in possibilities. I only like to look the reality and what's possible to do, not in infinite possibilities. If I made something wrong, or reality is reality. Okay.
Okay. And you, Juliano, what's your opinion?
Uh, Talking about someone, I think I don't remember about a specific situation to talk, but I don't talk about internship process or something like that. So, for example, I already participated some of process internship, and I did a lot of things. I did the dynamic, and I was very good. And after I did other phase, other thing, and the end of the end, I get bad results. Sometimes it's very hard to understand, but I think I try not just to see for the bad side. I try see what I could learn doing it, and how I can grow, you know, what I could learn and how I can grow about all of the situation. So this is what I usually do.
Okay. Uh, I I believe the sixth uh, question is good. Uh, have you ever felt like you dodged a bullet after something didn't work out? Like hindsight, it was a good thing. Mm. Uh, Luis, can you answer?
I can't answer because I don't know what's dodged and hindsight.
Yeah, I have a translation here. Você já se sentiu se tivesse esquivado de uma bala depois que algo não deu certo? Como,
Ah,
como
yes,
se esse retrospecto tivesse sido uma coisa boa?
yes, a lot of times because usually I have the gift of being a lot of bad situations all the time. So I, I think that I I I I know this feeling, but
Yeah,
I, I
you,
don't know how to.
yeah, sometimes
Exp-
you was that the situation that you have was intent to do and it don't working was better, the result was better to you. You think, oh, it's kind of a trap that you put yourself if it happens.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's my life.
yeah, my life sometimes happen. Uh, I don't remember any story, but I believe happened a lot too. Uh, I don't remember a situation. I would like to know about Jairo. Answer that.
Um, well, I felt this kind of feeling sometimes for different reasons. Most of the cases I have contact with someone or with someone that is in a specific situation that I was the person that that should be on this specific position. So sometimes I feel exactly this feeling that, oh, it would it would be me there. So thanks God it doesn't happen with me. That's fine. Very nice. So this kind of feeling in some ways is good, but the interesting part of it is when you see it as when you see it in a perspective, because when you are passing through the situations you always feel that, oh, that's very bad, but just then, just and only after a few moments or month, years, something like that, you recognize that it was a good thing.
Me too, for sure. Kyle. And you, Iago, what do you think about?
I I think that I try to think like this basically all the time if something doesn't happen the way that I expect, because our projections, the things that we imagine that will happen just the way we expect, not always happen. Everything can happen really different. So because we can't control everything in our life, so I always try to think like this. Oh, if that doesn't happen the way that I wanted, or the way that I thought about it, that I expected, I always try to think that, oh, it might be a good thing. Because you can always learn something from what happened. So I think that this kind of things can always happens in two ways. You can put the fault on yourself, like we were talking earlier. You can overthink about, oh, what I done wrong, why did I answer this and not that, and we can overthink this a lot. But if you just accept that, okay, that happened, I think that some answers that I gave were not that good, and then I can improve for the next one, and that's it. That's for the best.
I know. And you, Catherine?
Yeah, I already had this feeling in the past. Me and other girl was for um um a place to work, sorry, and I judged her place better than mine, the place she worked better than mine. But her place had some problems, and she was fired in the end of the year. And I was like, oh, thank God I wasn't invited for this place, because could be me. So yeah, I just have this.
Yeah, it's a good feeling. Yeah. And you, Juliano?
I think I already had this kind of feeling, but now talk about works, because I just worked one time until now. It's like a young learner, so I don't have a lot of experience and things to talk about job. But I think maybe I already had this kind of feeling in other situation, but it's normal situation, no. So and I can remember a specific one to talk to, about, but I feel like I already had some kind of feeling like this.
Good guys. Uh, let's see more one question here. The number 7. Okay. Uh, can you read and answer, Catherine?
Okay. When you are disappointed about something, do you tend to talk about it with someone or keep it to yourself? Well, in the first moment, I keep to myself because I don't know, I'm a strange person, I feel angry maybe in the first moment. And after that, uh, yeah. Unfortunately, normally the people comes to me, to try to talk. That is the truth. But yeah, because maybe I show that I'm not comfortable, that I'm not, happy, and people try to talk to me. But yeah, it's not a good thing because I think the mature thing is trying to talk, try to solve the problem. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like you in the same context. When to me, it's easy to express my disappointment with something. Not when I working with a client. I'm good in hide these feelings, but when I'm in a place that I'm with my buddies, it's easy to see my disappointment with something, and I usually to express with some bad word, the thing that happened, some swear word, and put these feelings out. But it's not common to me go to share my feelings like a therapy, yeah, or with some people, yeah, around myself. Um, I have one part of my life that I go to therapist to do therapy because I was so stressful with my work, and was good to me express my feelings with a professional. But it's not common. Yeah, in my days, I only try to when I'm angry with something, I express with words, or I don't know, I do something, and this this feeling uh, go. Yeah. I would like to know about you, Luis.
Well, I am a very introvert guy and a very shy guy, and it depends about the subject. I don't like to talk, even with my wife, and in the most of the case, I kept it myself. And but I don't know. I grew up in this way. Uh, I hope one day I can change these things, but I don't like to talk too much, you know.
Yeah, I like to explain, to express with doing something with myself. Or I don't know. I like to walk. Yeah, when I depression is too hard to me. When in my free time, I like to walk. I walk until be tired, and the most part of this feeling go. Uh, but it's not common. I mean, in this kind of situation, yeah. But when it happens, is the thing that I would like to I like to do. Um, and for you, Iago.
I think that I am a little bit like Luis Carlos. I don't talk too much about my feelings with even with people that are close to me. Um, but my process now, I think that is like I overthink whatever is happening, and then I write down to to understand my feelings, to see that if that makes sense. And then if it's a day close to my therapy, I take to my therapy. And then after that, just after that, that I talk to my husband about it, you know. I wish that I was the kind of person that can talk about everything because, for example, for my husband, it's really easy to talk about everything. he comes to at home from work, and he opens the door and is already telling everything that happens in the morning, you know. I wish that I was like that, but I'm not. It's hard sometimes to talk about things. But yeah, that's my process now. I I think that's it.
Yeah, I remember it here when I was on doing therapy uh, many years ago. Uh, I was there and I never talked about my feelings. I talk about other things. Yeah, because I was there, I don't know what talking about. I only do my appointment there and talk about go to the gym and the sports or the music, some like that, the movies. And I've never talked about myself. I'm like Luis said, I'm shy, but I'm a kind of person that hide my feelings. I when I put my feelings is talking something or uh, doing something. It's crazy, no? You go to therapy to solve your problem and don't talk about the problem. That's
And
it.
I think that's really common. I think that I am with in therapy maybe for 3 years, and I understood that the things that I really needed to address in therapy probably last year, and that's like, okay, now I'm using my money correctly for this, you know.
Yeah, that's it. Uh, and about you, I don't know if you answer Gyro. No, no, I guess no.
What is the
Go
the
ahead.
number of the question?
Number 7.
7? Oh no.
Yeah.
When you were disappointed. I believe that I'm this person that keep it to myself. I don't like to say too much to other people about my feelings or what I'm thinking or something like that. So yeah, usually I am this kind of person that uh, prefer to keep it to myself, think, work in my mind, and just briefly say something to someone very close. But even with someone very close, I don't I don't talk too much. Just the what I'm thinking is necessary, but not just a few words.
That's it. And you, Julian?
Uh, I think I tend to keep to myself too. I think I try solve my problems just myself, but I think depends on the situation, the problem. Sometimes I try speak to someone, but not all the subject too. You know, just few things too. I don't know if it depends a lot, you know, but I try work out the problem, you know, try see what I need to do to solve things like that, you know. But in some times I try share with my close friends, you know, my girlfriend. I think it depends a lot, you know, about the problem. You know, sometimes I can, other times I can keep it to myself. It depends.
Okay. Juliano, can you answer the number 10? Read for us and answer, please.
Okay, 1 minute. Let me see. If you could give your younger self about younger self some advice about dealing with disappointments, what would it be? Uh, I think if I could give some kind of advice, I think the key here is that I am trying to do now is give your best, you know, because when you give your best for any situation, and even that something bad happen, you can stop and think, I did everything that I supposed to do, you know. And I think it is more relaxed. I don't know, because I did everything, you know. So I try to think more about it today, because sometimes when something bad happened to me, I thought, oh, but I think I didn't do everything I supposed to do, But nowadays I try and give my best for everything, and I think the even that something bad happened, I can stop and think. I did what I was supposed to do, and that's it. I can't control. Let's move on. That's it.
Okay, thank you, Juliano. And you, Catherine, can you answer that?
Yeah, I think the advice that you give to myself will be don't waste so much time thinking about things that you can control, because disappointments happened, and not all disappointments was my fault. And maybe advice for now too. Everything will happen in the right moment. So I remember when I was young, I was very anxious about some situations that I really want to live, and it didn't happen, and I'm very anxious. And nowadays, I already live it, so yeah, everything's about time. So things will happen the right moment, and everything is okay.
Yeah, I agree with you. I believe I can answer the same of you. I need to reinforce myself and many times that sometimes the thing is not my fault. And when I was younger, I be a lot worried about things, and I would like to give advice to enjoy more my teenager, enjoy more my young adult life. Yeah, because the thing is harder when you growing up, and you have more things to think about. More is kind of the time the time is so short than when you are is young, and you need to manage better. For that, enjoy more, enjoy your time, enjoy your process to study, to understand the things, to have a good base of things. And that's it. The thing that you said about don't be worried about the things that is not your fault. Yeah. And you, Luis Carlos. See ya, Catherine.
Well, I think that I don't agree about Juliana and Catherine said before. I only would to add that for advice for younger me is don't care too much and don't spend your time growing your career because your career don't matter nothing.
That's it. And you, Jairo.
Um, I would say um, try to do your best, and that's it. We don't have time.
Thank you. Yeah, go.
I think that an advice is, well, RuPaul, the drag queen always says that don't take life too seriously. We need to enjoy the process, not to think only at the end, the results, be anxious about the results. We, of course, we need to be responsible about our actions and the things that we do, but we don't need to take that too seriously. We have other things happening in our life, and we need to enjoy it.
That's it. Em cima do tempo. Let's finish. Okay, guys, I would like to know you here in the next immersion, and I'm glad to see you here, everybody. And thank you for coming. Jairo Luis, Juliano, Iago, and Catherine. That's it, guys. See ya the next time.
See you. Bye bye.
See you